inside the greenhouse. We have a few flowers that are coming up. Not many, but a few really good ones. This one here I want to take inside the house to do time lapse. Not sure when it will happen, but very soon. This one here has once again not flowered, and I'm honestly considering to let it go because it's just too big. Wastes too much space in the greenhouse and doesn't flower. And I already know roughly how the flower will look like, so it's a white flower, and that is just in combination, it's just a little bit more than I am willing to have. Yeah, what else? This one here, I'm not sure if that flower will develop, but no, it will not. See it? I'm seeing it here. Okay, so a lot of fruits are ripening everywhere, and today I want to fertilize. I just brought out my sprayer, and I will start spraying at one point and just spray as long as I can today. And I will continue doing that every day until I sprayed the whole collection once. I do not fertilize a lot right now. I mostly water. Watering is more important in my opinion. But of course you also need to provide nutrients, because the moment you stop fertilizing and you are using chemical fertilizers and all, they often do not hold for very long. So there's maybe a month that you have time until you have to get started again. And yeah, today I will do that. I just saw that this one has been lying on the ground, and the way it looks, it was probably a slug. Yesterday evening I locked it up in the greenhouse to keep the slugs out, but they are so terrible again. And I'm really starting to get mad because they messed up a few really good flowers. This one I wanted to show, this tiny flower. But yeah, slugs destroyed it. I usually just throw them out of the greenhouse, so I'm not changing that, but I'm really starting to get mad at them from time to time. It's nothing, I do not want to punish them for their nature, but this year they really managed to make me angry a little bit. This one here is a hybrid between Flying Saucer and Echinopsis obrepanda zweifarbig. I will probably sort it out. I didn't like the flower. I need space and all, so I will move that one out the greenhouse later. This one here is one of the Feathers hybrids, and I wanna maybe do time lapse. I consider it. I'm still waiting for the flowers on this one to develop. I saw that this one is flowering for the first time, and it's not one, it's a few. And I want to remind you about this plant. This was one of the plants that had an infection from the frost here, see? And I just let it dry. I removed everything that felt mushy, and it has completely dried, and now the plant is still flowering this season. If I had cut it at the beginning of the season, none of this would happen. So sometimes it can be worth it to wait out an infection. I mean, of course you need to be careful about it coming back in winter, but if you want to have a flowering plant, sometimes cutting it will instantly stop the flowering, and I didn't want to do it here. Over here, there's a big hybrid with candicans, Sorensia candicans, and I left the flower intentionally, not pollinated it, because I wanted to see if the plant is self-fertile, because there are a lot of fruits on it. But the way it looks, it might actually be not self-fertile, it might actually be self-sterile. Here's another plant of Amun-Re. No flowers on this one this year, but I repotted it. It developed some nice healthy growth, and that is also important. Flowering is one thing, But this year I did repotting and I ordered new pots and new soil again. So there will be more repotting done in the next weeks. So this one here is Echinopsis glauca again. I pollinated 2 flowers. So here's one and here's one. One got, I think, pink stripes. And the other one, gotta look it up, don't recall. But I wrote it down. Yeah, this one here was pollinated with Asterix, I think. Hybrid by Rolf Autenried. Yeah. This is Saarwellen or Saarland, not flowering this year. I don't know, sometimes there have always been years when it flowered and years when it didn't flower. Scopolycola, I'm not sure if it grows the fruit, if it grows the flowers. It has been like that for the whole season. It started flowering early. I'm just tired of it now. I will fertilize it again later. I've been watering it every week. But yeah, sometimes, I don't know, I don't care. I have so many flowers here, it just doesn't matter. This one here. This will look great when they all open up. Full of flowers. This one has been ripening the fruit. And yeah, I don't think it will take much longer. Maybe another 2 or 3 weeks. This one's flowering. In here I started to clean up and we will continue to clean up in the next couple of weeks. I'm still not sure what to do with the Sörensia because they take so much space. So I will take a close look at them, at every single one of them. This year we have to sort out very, very viciously, strictly. And we will select a few plants for repotting. A few plants for time lapse. This will go into the time lapse too. This one probably too. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I just want to get the guy out here because there's a huge spider web opposite. Oh yeah, this is great. Ha! I don't want to feed the spiders here. Over here I did some repotting with the TPM Zelly hybrids because I want them in better pots now. Bigger pots and all, better soil. Then yeah, in here I want to fertilize later today. Clean up. I need to take down plants to see what we have here on these shelves. I'm already preparing for winter now. The main flower flush is over and I filmed it all. The videos will come, it just takes a while. This is Teleflora and look at how many fruits it has. Almost all pollinations took on this plant. Yeah, and I want to clean up. Amun-Re has a fruit and the other flower is developing very soon, so maybe I can move the plant into the house. Maybe I can get it into the house with the help of my neighbor. So we'll see. But yeah, overall, this one's flowering. Might be able to move it inside too, but we will see. I just need to wait. Because sometimes you have all plants flowering at once and you can only move 1 or 2. And I do not want to do it just unnecessarily. Because when you move a large plant like that, it's always a risk. But yeah, overall we will clean up now. We will repot. We will sort out. That's the stuff that we're doing now. Watering and fertilizing in between. Here's another hybrid that has been attacked by the slugs. Did I say that they angered me this year? They angered me. Let's have a look at it in the shade. Yeah, but this is a good flower. I mean, it's not big, but it's good. Over here I have a few repotted here because this one had drought. I've seen it. The soil was just not good enough. Was just too fast draining. Yeah, this one here is a hybrid by Vladi Yasan. This is Märchenfee. This one here is one of the Fetters hybrids. Humkes Roro. A lot of stuff going on. And long term, I just want to say we will use this kind of soil here. We will use a lot more organic soil, but it's not really classic soil. So let me show you what we will use. So this is the soil that we will use. This is cemetery soil, graveyard soil, and it doesn't rot. It can retain humidity, but somehow it keeps the weeds away. It is a great soil, and I want to use that in the future. I will also order some coconut fiber to maybe mix it up a little bit, but I've been using this as a pure medium in the past, and it is exactly what I wanted to have, because I needed the medium that is a little bit, that can retain the water a little bit longer than what I used in the past. Overall, you've seen how much how important watering is. So I want to save me a little bit of time with the watering. So this soil here, it dries out very fast. Here's a good example. This soil here was wet yesterday, now it's dry again. This could be great. This could be a great medium. Over here I have a nice Gräser hybrid. The flower color is really good, but the size isn't so great. But overall, I wanted to show you this one because it is nice. Here's a Lobivia hybrid that I named, it was called Profondo Rosso, in reference to Dario Argento, in honor of Dario Argento. Here's pink stripes, growing one fruit. Not as many as I wanted, but it's okay. Got a little bit of sunburn, and I'm not sure how it managed to get the sunburn here behind the greenery, but it did. This is Mamacita. So this year we have 3 fruits on Mamacita. The other one is in the greenhouse and needs to be moved out, because when you have a plant in the greenhouse that grows fruit, it will eventually get into trouble because the temperatures in the greenhouse are just too hot. This one here is the Arboricola that I have, the large plant, and I want to repot it this year. I don't know. I have so many plants that need repotting, and I did repotting for a week, and it's like I didn't do anything because there are so many. This one only has 1 fruit, and it is from a cross with Arboricola and variegated Grandiflorus. This one here with the immensely big flowers has dropped both that are pollinated, but this one is still growing. Think about maybe making a cut here so I can start propagating it. I'm a little bit worried, but I will probably remove this piece, root it separately, and then hope that it's just popping at that point. Over here, I finally got the mower fuel that I was waiting for like a month or 2. And now I can access the garden again. There will be more areas of the garden that we get back. Within just a month, the garden was completely overgrown again. Where I live, it's a jungle. And every piece that we want to use, we need to keep free. And I do not want to use automatic mowers because of the problems they cause for wildlife. Everything needs to be done by hand. And sometimes I need help because it's so hard work. But we're getting there again. Yeah, okay, so let's do the outro because I want to talk a little bit about the last weeks. I'm still struggling a little bit here. I am overwhelmed with it, not actually the cacti, but the whole life. It is hard to to pay for everything when you have a house. Like, since my wife moved out, I have to pay for the house alone. And yeah, it's just a lot of money that I have to pay every month. And it's sometimes when something happens, it gets me into trouble. I'm getting support, state support, that allows me to do these videos. It's basically the reason I'm doing so many videos. But sometimes they don't send it when some kind of paperwork isn't in order. So my goal long term will be to grow this channel so fast that I can continue to film without having to do like the constant paperwork and the constant stuff that I need to do to get state support. Yeah, and apart from that, my divorce is coming. And it just makes me sad because I do not want to argue with my wife. I like her, that's why I married her. But somehow she changed over the last years, and I don't blame her because we went through a lot. Life wasn't easy for us. We lost our dog, and it was a horrible experience and all. Yeah, but she changed, and I do not want to be in her way. I understand that sometimes marriages fail. I wish her the best. But right now, we are still married, and it will take a while until things have gotten back to normal. And in all that, my neighbor passed away, and I really liked him. He was a weird guy. He argued with everyone probably. But I had the luck that I was living so far away that I wasn't involved, and he had a good heart. There was a situation when someone hit the car of my wife, and he helped. He was helping at that time, and so we got to know each other. Guy was weird, but had a good heart, and I miss him. So I recently did a video. I'm not sure if I posted it on YouTube, but I just found out that he had passed away, and I didn't know that he was sick. He had lung cancer, and I missed it because I was dealing with the problems of my marriage, and all. So that hurt me a lot, and so I decided to go to the funeral for the first time in forever. It was the first funeral I was at in 10, 20 years. I actually didn't want to go to funerals anymore, but sometimes you can't choose, so I was there, and it was a weird experience. I looked completely out of place in my black suit. There were only 3 or 4 people there, and it was sad that a life can end without anyone barely noticing it, or very few people noticing it, and it made me sad. So yeah, that was my week. But now I decided I want to do long form videos again, and there will be more. I also filmed a few time lapses, and there will be a few more this season. And I will continue to upload. I will continue to upload shorts, because I filmed hundreds of them, and I will continue to film long form video. Not so many as I did before. Maybe 2 or 3 a week. Maybe sometimes only 1, depending on what's going on. But they will come again. So yeah, thank you for being here. Great to be back, and I'll share some more stuff in the next days. Thank you.